attention. When this train is in motion, I need everyone to stay clear of this center aisle. That's for your safety and everyone else's. This train is very large and it can stop on a dime, and if you're in the center aisle, you're gonna know what it feels like to fly. The flying part is pretty fun, but the landing not so much. Rule number 2, you'll notice there are some windows on this train. You're welcome to put them up or down, whatever makes you more comfortable. Please do not stick anything out of those windows that you don't want to lose, like your hands, your cell phones, your children, your spouse, your hopes and dreams. Please keep them all inside the train at all times. And rule number 3, on the off chance that there happens to be an emergency, please do not try to call 911. You probably won't have a signal anyway, but you won't know where we are or how to get emergency services to us. So if there happens to be an emergency, please let myself, Wendy, your conductor, know, or one of our engineers. We've got 2 engineers today, Jimmy and totally forgot. Robbie, sorry. Anyway, just let one of us know, and we'll be able to get assistance to you in a much more efficient manner. All right, we'll be taking off in just about a minute, guys. Ramps are up, everyone's seated, you've got the high ball. All right, guys, and as we take off, I'm going to come down the aisle and do a quick head count.
Did that.
buildings. And if you look over on the 3-seat side, we're about to pass a white frame house. Nobody lives there at the moment. That's the old caretaker's house, and the house is made from remnants of the old Halfway House Hotel. And if you look straight to the back, you'll see an old stone building. That's the old hydroelectric plant that was built in 1925. Which is now used as a shelter for section crew and for hikers. It's 2,200 years old. It's the oldest tree on this side of the mountain.
Or maybe it's that one.
The temperature in the soil is just too harsh for trees to grow. So if you look across the way at Mount Almagre there, you'll see a pretty good example of what a tree line looks like. And we call that Calendar Mountain because it's 12,365 feet high. And we're now entering the subalpine, alpine, and Arctic climate region. Now that we're getting closer to the summit, if I could have everybody's attention, I want to go over a few things with you guys. So this is very important. We will be leaving the summit at 2 o'clock exactly, no later, whether you're with us or not. So 10 minutes before that, at about 1:50, I'm going to come in the visitor center and make an announcement, and Robbie's going to blow the horn 3 times. But don't depend on that, because if you're in the visitor center, you're not going to hear it. So the most important things are restrooms and filling up your water bottles, which you can do in the gift shop on the back wall by the cash registers. After that, plan your trip accordingly. There's a cafe up there, there's a gift shop, and a little museum. Pick what you think is the most important. Taking pictures outside. You don't want to spend the entire time waiting in line for donuts and then realize you didn't have time to take any pictures. So while we're up there, the train will remain open. You do not have to exit the train, and you can come back at any time. Also, there is no outside food or drink allowed back in this train, and there are no trash cans on the platform, so please dispose of those before you leave the visitor center. Once again, this train will be leaving the summit promptly at 2 o'clock. It would be a very smart idea to set your alarms on your phones and or watches for 1:50. Once again, I will come in and make an announcement in the visitor center, but we will not wait for you. This train will be leaving right at 2 o'clock. So if you're not here at 2 o'clock, what do I call you? I call you a hiker. So if you don't feel like hiking, make sure that you're back on this train by 2 o'clock.
Before the COVID and then during COVID. The homeless and crime. Right now they have teenagers stealing keys and running them into front of stores to steal what's inside.
San Francisco started to do a
Lovely.
so the people who go on the streets
I do like these. Pikes Market. Pikes Market reminds me of. Is that right? Oh yeah.
But he stood across the Abbey and Starbucks.
You get to see the fishmongers throwing the fish. They closed that Starbucks.
They what?
Closed that original Starbucks to the crowd. Which is really too bad, but
There was one downtown. It was on a corner. They said that used to be Seattle's best. They said Seattle's best. They wanted that location, and so they offered
All right, if I could get everybody to take their seats so we can take off. If you plan on hiking down, please let me know as you exit. I'll be standing outside the doors greeting everyone. So just let me know if you don't plan on coming back with us. And I'd like to welcome everyone to the top of America's favorite mountain.
There's snow. I'm touching snow on my 37th birthday. The dream come true. And the restrooms off?
That way.